Testing. 1, 2, testing. Sibilance. Uh, how's that for an intro? Yeah, well, we're just uh, we're just kind of low rent around here. That's all we can afford is uh is a is a greeting, is a intro like that. That's it. We're anywho, I did a little bit of advertising for this. I didn't want to do too much, and annoy people on Twitter. But so we'll see if this is going to be a good stream or a short and shitty one. And so I've put out the invite. Um, so um, I don't know. I don't know who's busy, who's not, who's you know who we'll have on here, or if we'll have anybody on here. Maybe it's just gonna be me blabbering like an idiot for however long, and then say fuck it and have a good night and all that happy horse shit. Um, I mean, I see what I've been gone, or well, not gone, but I've been off of this thing, off of YouTube for like a couple months or so now. Um, just dealing with life, I guess. And oh well, hey there, Death by Saber. Thanks for dropping in to watch this shit show. um, I don't know. That's I if people would hop in here, whether it be uh, as a guest or in the chat, maybe I'd not sound so much like a blithering idiot and have a little bit of uh, what's the word? Production value. Yeah, there we go. Um, you live stream on Thursdays. Can I send you a link to join me? Uh, sure. Um, whether oh, ooh, here, let me do something fancy. No, not that. Uh, ta-da! There we go. I highlighted it. Because I'm totally not a boomer. Um, but yeah, I mean, why the hell not? Oh, hey, it's the ever so, ever so lovely, for lack of a better word. Sorry, I don't know what else to call you there. RR, the the most awesome double R person that I know. How's that? Um, um, but hey, Snow Dub. Um, the link is in the chats. If you want to, if you want to slum it a little bit and actually come in here onto the panel. See, Death by Saber says I stream at Daytona Falls and Ashley Lynn Thursdays at 7 or 8 Pacific Standard Time. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm up for anything once, I guess. um. So yeah, I don't know. Somebody in the chat, throw out some subjects or something. Give me something to talk about. I mean, we've got, I'm up for discussion on any subject, whether it be, entertainment, social media, politics, whatever. I don't care. I'm not scared. Um, I mean, shit. I mean, YouTube wants you to make a channel for this and make a channel for that and make a channel for another subject. But like, in my humble opinion, all those things I just mentioned are pretty much the same damn thing these days. You know, um, I mean, it's all seems like it's all linked in together. The entertainment. The politicians are using the freaking Holly weird people, and so it's like, oh well, we just want to talk about entertainment, and it's like, well, we don't want to talk about politics, and it's like, well, the politics are in the fucking entertainment. So um let's see. I've been well, now you've got a new name to your list. There are um uh man, Kanye West. Uh I mean, sometimes I think he's about at least a sandwich or two short of a picnic. But he did have the he did have the good sense to uh, get the hell out of the freaking Kardashian clan. So you know, I mean, I was gonna give Kanye maybe, or should I say Yay now? Because I mean that's he's going by Yay. Um, but if old Yay, I was gonna give him like maybe, I don't know, 2-3 more years before uh, he turned out like Bruce. Um, as far as let's see, well, him in politics, I'm gonna say that his run for president in 2024 is gonna be about the same as the last the last time he said he was running for president. Um, man, uh, what's going on there, Tim Hayes? How you doing? Welcome, sir. Um, yeah, uh, yeah. I mean, uh, you're not wrong. It there there are shady things that happen. Um, and it's funny because the people up on Capitol Hill um, will do things that you or I, if we got caught, like say, I don't know, a certain former first lady slash senator that had this little thing going on with some emails a few years ago. You know, if especially, you know, if I had done this back when I was in the military, if it would have been me, my happy ass would be freaking making little rocks out of big rocks in Leavenworth prison. Uh, and somehow she's still free to do whatever the hell she does. But anyway, if Miss Hillary happens, just so happens to view this broadcast here, uh, I'm just gonna say that I please don't Epstein me. I'm you know I'm perfectly I'm perfectly fine. I mean, the people get a little depressed, these days. But I will never be so depressed that I will pull an Epstein. So, um, with that being said, next subject. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Uh, yeah, Tim Hayes. They do some of them. There. I mean, not a lot of them do. I'll say that much. Okay, looks like Snow's in the kitchen, uh, where he belongs, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what RR says. We are political animals. Can't separate the politics from the animal. All right. I mean, I've never. That's that's a way of putting it. That's cool. Let's see. It sure would be entertaining to see. Oh, yay. And Trump debate. Oh man. Well, I mean, as long as it didn't turn out like that which when there was one, can't remember what award show it was, but it was an award show. And Taylor Swift was up on stage, and Kanye come in and was like, yeah, Beyonce should have this award. Anyway, as long as it wasn't like that, sure. I mean, either way, I guess it'd be entertaining. Um, uh, or we may be, but there's some people I've met on YouTube who refuse to do live streams if all they talk about is politics. It's true enough. Yeah, what up, pops? You're you're more than welcome to hop in on the panel too, my friend. If you're still there, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure we might be in a chat together somewhere. And I put the link in several of them. Let's see. Tim Hayes says, funny thing, one of these people bitching wasn't even a U.S. citizen. She was British. Then I think she got banned from the live stream or two for being rude. Uh, you know, it happens. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've there's been people from other countries that and whatever. I don't care. Put your 2 cents worth in. But just keep in mind, you're there. If you really want some skin in the game, immigrate your ass over here. Then you can really bitch. Um, but do me a favor though. If you're from a foreign country and you want to talk about, you want to talk shit about, uh, somebody I support or something like that, just be prepared for, to get fired back on, because, damn, especially, God love you, our neighbors to the north, Canada, there's several Canadians that I just, I think the world of. But if there's, somebody north of the border, that wants to pipe in, and I say something about Trudeau and they get butt hurt, yeah, you can bounce on that one. Let's see. I'm trying to find something else to click on here. Hold on. People saying hi to each other is cool. Okay. Tim Hayes thinks that this lady was being a whiner just because they were talking good about Trump. And he tried to tell her the people in that chat were conservative. Well, yeah, right. Yeah, well, what was it? Oh, yeah, that's it. Blade. When Blade was like, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. Yeah, that sounds like an example of that. But well, some of us don't, but honestly, some do. And the ones that do are the ones that are like, oh, we have to be sorry for all the bad shit that ever happened in this country, and because bad shit did happen in this country, we can't possibly, be patriotic or think that it's still the greatest country in the, ever to be on this earth. No, well, we got to be, you know, anti-American uh, while at the same time enjoying all the freedoms and liberties that come with being an American. Oh, it's people like that I wish would, I don't know, immigrate somewhere else. Um, but oh, let's change gears just a little bit. Who's been watching what, or on on television or streaming services or whatever. Is there anything good? Like I've been watching. Well, the last thing I watched was on Netflix. Um, and it was the Lost in Space series that they did. It was like what 28 episodes long. And I quite enjoyed it. And they did a oh, which one was it? Judy. So for anybody that's unfamiliar with Lost in Space, it's basically like a sci-fi version of Swiss Family Robinson, uh, I would say. And they had an OG series back in the day. Um, back in the 70s probably. I remember watching it as a kid. Um, and but anyway, on this new one, they they changed the robot. The original robot in the original series was uh, basically he was on like a set of caterpillar tracks or whatever, and he had like freaking like dryer vent hoses for his arms and just like a couple of clamps. And anyway, it's kind of I guess kind of what they would do for back when that show was on. But this new show, uh, the robot was like a uh, more like humanoid, or like a human, bipedal. And um, actually he was quadrupedal, maybe, I don't know. Like he had originally he had like four arms and four legs, uh, looking, uh, but later on he changed his shape to be, more like two legs, two arms, and more human looking. So I enjoyed that aspect. That it, to me it kind of made more sense to have that type of robot than what they did in the original series. But one of the things they did was they did a little race swapping. Um, they Judy, the oldest kid out of the three, because there's uh, John Robinson, his father, Maureen, the mother, Judy was the first child, and then Penny, and then Will. So, and that's the infamous Danger Will Robinson. Um, but anyway, uh, so they made Judy black, and it's like, okay, let's see where this goes. And so anyway, I thought they did a really good way of doing it. And it was nice and simple. And it's totally legit type of scenario. But anyway, so um, Judy, um, Maureen was indeed her mother. She wasn't like adopted or anything. But uh, anyway, Judy was the product of a previous relationship, and so John was, the father of the Robinson family, was actually her stepfather. Um, but and the story with her original dad, um, the way they did it, or with her biological father, actually made for a couple of pretty good storylines in the series. So, um, you know, bonus points to the people who made the Lost in Space series on Netflix, for doing the old race swap the right way. So um, let's see what else we got here. um, uh, RR, God, you're fucking eloquent. I love it. Bad shit happens everywhere. Get over it. We just have to do better. Suck it up, buttercups. um. Okay, so Yellowstone, right? I love Yellowstone. Um. The only thing is, and I've got Paramount Plus, okay, and I happen to be one of those Paramount Plus people that's a little pissed off that we can't watch Yellowstone on Paramount Plus. Um, if I want to watch Yellowstone, I have to go to the Paramount Network website and uh, view it that way. Which I did. I did watch the first episode. Right. I watched the first episode on that website. Um, but I haven't gone back to try and watch anymore because um, the way it looked when I was there, it was like it almost seemed like I might have to uh, sign up for something. I may be mistaken, um, but it almost seemed like that first episode was all you were going to get for free. Um, but again, like I said, I might be mistaken. Um, I've been a little bit busy with things, so uh, haven't tried to go back and see if I could watch any more episodes without having to uh, sign up for the network channel or whatever. I mean that's why I have Paramount Plus. Because I don't have regular TV. I don't have cable. Um, and so and um, that's what the Paramount Network is on. Is like uh, regular TV. Um, so if I can keep watching them on the Paramount Network website, um, I don't care if I'm a week or two or whatever behind, as long as I get to see it, uh, in the near future. But I absolutely love the show. Um, I mean, they, it's just, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Um, but it's just like really hardcore. um, the like, when you, um, it got to the point where if they mentioned the train station, it's like, oh shit. It's like, well, I guess they're not gonna be on any more episodes. Um, but yeah, I don't know. And which that makes me think. So Walker, the dude with the guitar, who's a bit of a smartass, but I, you still kind of gotta love him. And later on down the line, it seems like he's, kind of, uh, absorbed into the group a little, a little bit better or whatever. Like he's there's not as much, uh, tension between like uh, him and Rip and him and Lloyd, all that, nonsense. Oh shit! Here I am. I have a guest. Uh, it's
What up, motherfucker?
uh, I'm just failing spectacularly here.
Oh,
But yeah, no, it's been 4 years, dude.
yeah, no.
4 years since my very first little video on the YouTube.
As Hallmark Channel, Jeremy.
Well, yes. Well, it was Shellback TJC / Hallmark Channel Jeremy.
And my high ass in California kept calling you Shellback THC.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, those were not as not as
that
great.
that would require a different logo, I think.
A pot flower with the turtle,
But,
like a pot leaf
right,
with a turtle. Like that'd be kind of
right.
cool. I think. Yeah.
Freaking a Cheech and Chong version of a
That'd be cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Have you been,
But
man?
oh, I'm all right. I I mean, there's a few things that I need to talk to the complaint department about, but like old Jay, aka Drunk 3PO, says, you just, you know, life is, life might be a bit shitty. And this is not a direct quote, by the way, but it life might be crappy, but you should try and find at least one thing or a few things to be grateful for or thankful for. And I woke up this morning breathing, so and
That's all we can ask for.
I'm gonna
Because the alternative is nothing.
and I'm gonna be able to spend a little time with the boys, my kids. I'll be able to hang out with them a little bit over the holidays. So
Oh, your little hatchlings. I love it.
yeah. But yeah, I mean it's I'm just trying to live the life and not be sad, depressed, angry, or whatnot. Or trying to keep them aspects, to a minimum.
Well, you can
And
only suppress depression so much. So
mm,
it's it's what you do with it, and some of it is circumstantial, some of it is whatever you can do to deal with it. You try to deal with it as best as you can. Sometimes you feel like it's never enough, and no matter what you do, it's not going to amount to anything. But the fact is, like, you give it time, you give it practice. It's like anything else. You nurture it, you care for it, and you're like, okay, and you build it to a point where it grows to a point where it's not even the same thing as it was before, if you will. That's sort of how I deal with it. Not necessarily, anybody else, but
Well,
that's how I have dealt with it.
is that? Would you say that is your slant on things?
My slant on things.
Yeah. This
Um,
is this is my attempt at a segue in introducing another guest that just popped in.
Hey, Paulie.
Why, hello. Where am I? What's going on?
Who am I? Why am I here?
Real, why am I here with this guy?
This
I don't know.
turtle? I don't know.
Ah,
Or me.
what's happening, everybody?
I asked
How you
myself
doing?
that same question when I was here by myself.
So how long has this been going on?
You can see it on the top left corner.
What?
Oh yeah, that's right. There you go.
You can
just
see
walked
the
in.
timer ticking.
I wanted to make sure that I got in to say hello to Shelly. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to put together a low rent stream here.
A low rent?
Yeah, because that's how we roll around here.
Low rent style, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Well, so what is this here? Is this your inauguration back into YouTube Landia or what?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be. I mean, I have been on a break for a while, and but with this being my 4-year anniversary for YouTube, I thought I'd come on here for a while and see if I could see if I could fail spectacularly, and so far I'm doing just that.
Yeah, you're a little rusty, but
Yeah.
you'll work it out.
Yeah,
Well,
it's one of those things where you'll work it out. You have to get back in the game and stuff like that. So
Yeah, maybe pick like an easy reading book and just read it on live. You can practice your sentences.
mhm.
No.
Yeah,
No, but
Hey,
the self-deprecation that's cool. But
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty decent at English, okay, and I'm absolutely fluent in redneck. So
there you go.
no, it's okay. There have been multiple times where English has become my second language, and where I speak. I work at a bar now, so I speak fluent drunkenese.
Ah.
Yeah, I understand.
Uh,
And
thank you.
streaming is like a third language. So there we go. That.
But yeah, I don't know. I did some advertising on Twitter.
Advertising.
Yeah, for this event. And but I didn't want to do too much because I didn't want to annoy the shit out of people going, oh my god, he's putting out another tweet about this. We know, okay, we get it. So I did a little advertising, but I didn't want to do too much. And I don't know. I guess I don't know who's doing what on Wednesdays anymore. So
Doomcock,
Mary Mayhem.
Mary Mayhem,
That's
so
about it.
Timcast, American
yeah.
Cholo.
Oh, Tim Cast last week. Oof.
That was nutty.
What did
Justin,
you
are
think
you still
about that?
doing your channel? What's going on?
No, I still do my channel. The thing is, with this week in BS,
Yes.
wanted to take. I wanted to take a break because I'm getting sick and tired of trying to read news all the time, and I wanted to take a little bit of time for myself. So I'm like, the month of December, that's perfect. End of the year. I'm just gonna ride the rest of the year out. Maybe have a few videos, like regular videos that I can take the time to do. That would be great. Something small to hold people over. But I know a lot of people are just like, what the fuck happened to Proper Jeremy, or what the fuck happened to Justin Proper? Nothing. I've been doing This Week in BS the entire year up until December. So I know.
I'm never invited.
I'm
never invited over, so I don't know. I don't know
for
what's
the
going on.
longest time, you
Hey,
have not
hey.
gotten an invite because I thought that you had a show on Thursdays, for 2 years.
Justin,
And I was
Justin, do not let this Vato put you on a guilt trip, okay? This guy is like hanging out with the big dogs, like freaking Nerdrotics, at Comic Con stuff. So
who cares?
don't let him.
It doesn't matter who you hang around. Like in terms of subs, it's the company that you surround yourself with that matters. I don't know if that made any sense, but I don't know.
So how was that though, Polly? How was that? How was the whole Comic Con and I seemed like I saw something where you guys were doing a panel and stuff too. So how was that?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite the experience for me, it was I hadn't been to a con in years. It was nice to have that energy, just people just so much into whatever IP that they're into, characters, cosplay. It's pure, and that's I felt that great energy. And with the panel, the thing is that the people were fantastic. The people that came to the panel, it was great talking to a couple of them, knowing that, hey, oh, what was that movie you talked about? What we know, because I was recommending movies to watch, not just like, okay, yeah, a lot of movies that are crap right now, but here's a movie I want to watch, because the panel was 99% of the movies today are garbage. That was the name of the panel.
Yeah.
So it was fantastic. It was Chris Gore put it together here in LA Comic Con, Nerdrotics, Alan from Film Threat, the Anna, that Star Wars girl, Dante, and myself. And it was like, yeah, it was an honor. I think what made it easier for me was that I had, for the couple of days before, had gone and had had dinner, hung out with Gore and Gary. It was, I can't lie, it was really nice to meet Gary. It was just, he those guys are bigger channels for a reason. It's like, for myself, I'm just talking about for me, he really, spoke to me those first that first year during the pandemic. It really
Oh yeah.
was fantastic following him. So, but just like what Justin said, they're just regular people.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I got to go. I got to go to the G&G meetup down in Orlando. Around the Halloween weekend, right? And I got to talk with Gary for a little bit, and it was cool. Yeah, I totally trust me. I totally realize that they're just regular folks like you or me. I'm not like you know having like a freaking you know Elvis, like a
Mm-hmm.
love struck teenager back in the 50s did, with Elvis or anything like that. But
So they recorded the panel, and it's on Film Threat if anyone wants to see it. I think you'll like it. I think there was a lot. It was a great discussion, and yeah, that's it. All love. It's mm, that's it, brother. Um, yeah.
I still have to take him up on his suggestion though. I asked him, I'm like, I was like, okay, I've got a nerd question for you. I'm like, so over the years, um, here and there, like I've only caught like a handful of like Doctor Who episodes. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
know like that's one of Gary's major things is Doctor
Yeah.
Who, and I'm like, so I was like, for somebody who wants to like actually take like a deep dive or into the somebody who wants to jump into the deep end of the pool of Doctor Who, I was like, what do you suggest? And so he told me, and it's like really without even skipping a beat, he's like go with what's his name, Eccleston. Go
Yeah.
go with Eccleston, and
Like the
because he's
new
like,
the early 2000s when they restarted Doctor Who. Is that
well,
I don't know.
he mentioned something about Eccleston's doctor. Um, there was like some sort of big Doctor Who anniversary or something
Hmm.
while Eccleston was the doctor. Um,
By the way, Latino Slant, that is a glorious mustache.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
We should all
Yeah.
strive for that. I can't. I can show you what I did for No Shave November, but
Yeah.
after a certain amount of time, I was like, "Fuck that!" But you commit to it. That's
Thank you, man. Yeah, I love it. I love it. My lady loves it, so it gets to stay.
yeah.
Right? I mean,
That's yeah. Happy wife, happy life.
yeah, man.
It's a true
Yeah.
statement.
I
You know
almost
what? I've never had this before, ever. I've always had like your thing or the beer, but fuck,
Yeah, I'm growing it back, but
that looks good.
you know.
It looks good.
Oh, thank you. It's not like yours though.
Yeah.
It's not comparable.
But
I'm
yeah,
thinking Paulie needs to like do some cosplays like Pancho Villa or Zorro or somebody with that thing.
I mean, that's not even real cosplay for me because it's like I kind of have like some of those clothes and hats.
It's like it's just in the closet. Like it's
Yeah,
just
I,
like
right.
I like
Yeah, it's
seriously
like
though, it's
right
like
here,
I, I,
Pancho
I
Villa.
feel like with that mustache, Paulie would like
I mean,
be
look,
like a
instant
yeah,
drug cartel right here. It's like,
right.
You would be
what the fuck?
perfect with that hat in an Indiana Jones film.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would be dope. But you know,
Well, I mean,
Kai
the
said
time
Kai
has
in the
passed. I'm sorry.
I,
This
Kai's in the
was,
chat.
well, to me, that mustache, is like begging to be like in some sort of Western movie or
Well, it's very
TV show.
Tombstone.
Yeah, yeah.
But people keep saying like, it should have its own Instagram. Probably make money if I just did like a TikTok just on
Yeah.
with the fucking stash.
wow, 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 wow.
I'm just
Yeah, something
saying,
like
man.
that.
But Kai's in the chat, and he was saying that it only matters who you hang out with. If you stop hanging out with the people who you latch onto when you're coming up,
Yeah.
it is a character revealing thing. Oh, so true, man.
That
Yeah.
I feel like that was directed towards me. To be
I don't think
honest,
Kai's shady like that. He doesn't go sideways. He's a
he's
very
cryptic. He's not sideways like that, but I feel like that was directed towards me. Because there were a lot of
That's
people.
that's
There
just
were-
your white guilt talking.
No,
Oh,
no,
fuck.
it's.
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, like you and me both, Tim. Like it's like one of those things where a lot of people would hang out with us before, and then what happened afterwards? After they got big.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's, which I know, like one of the people that you may or may not be referring to. It's okay because I don't really watch them anymore. So,
Yeah.
um,
I'm not as big as Paulie, like being on a panel at Comic-Con.
right, yeah,
What the fuck? That's
I know.
something else. I'm gonna have to ask him about this. But
Next
yeah,
thing you know, we're gonna have to like, send like, special invites to the guy and stuff because he's gonna be rolling with the big dogs.
yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird because I feel like I could have been one of those people, but I just refused to really conform to that. Like me saying no to being a Jeremy anymore was like the end of the Jer army, if you will. I have a lot of fond memories with you and with Richard and with so many other people that it was a good time. It inspired you to make your own channel, and that's I won't say that that's a direct correlation like making your channel a Jeremy, like if you will, but I will never take credit for that. But what I will say is that it's really nice to know that that was a special moment in time that we could capture. Like I think I think Chad, it was the Chad at the time, was had it very right when he said, just like, oh my gosh, like this thing is happening. I don't remember what he said. This is happening, and then the Jeremys and the Annas are fighting, on Twitter. Like this is a good internet day, and I guess what was fun about that was that we were just having fun on Twitter. And we translated that onto YouTube. It's just a weird storyline of of Rogue Jeremy going to the Annas, offering cookies, and then getting killed off and shit like that. It's like that's something I couldn't write, that I couldn't predict, but like people who are watching are like, holy shit, like the Jeremys, they're taking themselves seriously, like, and it's funny, it's fun to watch. And that's
poor little Caitlin, with
I had to keep track of them.
trying to keep track of everybody.
And Paulie, I don't know if How long have you been around, like in this circle? I guess.
I mean, probably like in the chats since 2020, as far as
Okay.
when the pandemic hit.
Okay.
I was in John Talks, and then that's how I met Kai and
Kai's
Shellback
awesome.
and Clobbering Times, Nerdrotic. I had watched Nerdrotic's videos and Jeremy's videos like in 2018, Last Jedi. But then I
Yeah.
wasn't like in chats or anything like that. I was like, I would see videos. But when the shutdown happened, that's when I was real. It's
You have nothing better to do, so.
yeah, a lot of my work went away, man.
What do you mostly work as? Like a sound guy or?
No, it's just
No.
physical.
I'm not trying to. I'm just curious.
Yeah, just martial arts in person training. So
Okay.
all my clients were like in person, so it all went away because no one
Okay.
wanted to
So in
train.
movies, it would be like stunt coordination or something like that. Have you worked on movies like that?
No,
Okay. You should.
no,
That'd be
I
cool.
don't want to deal with those personalities. I like people when they're chill. Or they pay me, and we train. Not like the egos are just too much.
Yeah.
You
Did
guys were
you
making
ever?
me feel out of place. I had to turn the camera on. You guys were making me feel like the oddball here.
Well, it's okay. I'll just I'll see
Right,
myself
here we go.
out there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now you're okay. Smart guys. But
No, Paulie, did you ever get to meet Jason David Frank?
No, I don't know who that is.
What?
Jason David Frank?
Yeah,
No.
the Green Power Ranger.
Oh. No.
Okay, never mind.
I
Never
wasn't,
mind.
here that's the thing is like, if there's
Never
certain things you're
mind.
not into, it's like you're not gonna know.
yeah,
And I was
I
Yeah,
never.
I mean, I don't know how old you are, so I don't know if like you could have been like a teenager or something when you grew up with that, or I don't know. You could have been born in I don't know the 50s, and I wouldn't have noticed a fucking difference. I have
Yeah, no,
no
what I'm saying is
idea.
that I remember the Power Rangers, of course, I just was never into it.
Okay.
Even if I would have been younger than I was when Power Rangers came around, I don't think I would have been a fan. I don't know. I don't know. Just Power Rangers always kind of seemed a little. I'm retarded. Oh my God, he said the R word. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but
if it's not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah, and that's fine.
so Tim Hayes wants to know if did I get to talk to Culture Casino, and I'm and I'm assuming he's talking about the Orlando meetup. And yes, I talked with got to talk with Culture a bit, and I met the Culture boss. She's a
The
cool lady.
boss. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I got and I got pictures with them, and I got in fact I've got a whole bunch of pictures that I need to throw on Instagram. I just hadn't been able to do it yet. And
Not to flex too much. I met Ryan Kennel before he had a YouTube channel.
yeah,
Oh boy.
you were at that.
Yep.
You were at that shindig, were you?
The day before You know, like when he was a nice guy, he bought me a Jack and Coke, which was, you know, very gentlemanlike of him. He was like, "Hey, you know, anyone want a drink? Rounds on me." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, Jack and Coke." I was like, that's fine with me. Yeah, whatever
Yeah,
you're drinking, cool.
you know, and Ryan, you know, Ryan is, you know, I talked to him as well, and you know, which you know, me and him, you know, we've got the, you know, we've got the Navy thing in common, and so you know, I told him, I'm like, you know, I know there's some people, you know, that you know, have been unhappy with him, you know, with some of the things that he said and all.
Sure.
Um, I was like, but I was like, so far, you know, you have yet to, you know, shock me with anything, you know, because it's like, because, you know, it's like, I get it, you know, because, you know, it's like, you know,
Never
having,
disrespect the seaman.
you know, both of us having been, you know, in the military, you know, we both, you know, have and or understand, you know, the sarcasm and the dark humor and you know all of that stuff. So you know, it's to me, you know, when you know people get upset at certain things he you know says or whatever, it kind of makes me laugh a little bit, you know, because it's like you know it's like because they you know because they don't get like I get it but they don't, you know. And but yeah, Tim Hayes, I so you know I got you know I got to talk to and got pictures with culture, you know, culture boss, and you know the the big guys, you know, like Gary, you know, Neurotic, Quarterback Garrett,
I
Ryan,
would have loved to
Will,
have met him.
Jeremy, um, uh, Drunk 3PO, Jay, you know.
I would have loved to have
And
met
in
him
fact,
too.
I went to the got to hang out with Jay at SeaWorld that Friday before the meetup, and you know he's you know and it's funny because he always talks about you know I'm a big guy, you know I'm 6'4", 250, you know whatever, and you know but when you get up to him in person, you're like, you know, it's kind of like Dalton from Roadhouse. You know, it's like I thought he would be bigger. You
Yeah.
know?
That's what
But,
Gary had said to me. He said the opposite. It's like didn't think you were gonna be this tall. Like, oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean, you know,
People said the same thing about me. I had that. I had that same experience in Star Wars Celebration.
yeah.
In 2019, Gary was supposed to be there. I eventually did get to meet him in Disney World, which was or Disneyland, excuse me. And that was great to get to meet Gary and get his number. And you know, he helped me through something that was very important. And you know, I can't thank him enough for that. But um, when it comes to Jeremy, I'm just like, yeah, it's Jeremy, whatever. He's like, you know, he's the same guy as you see on on stream, except he's on his phone a lot more often. That's basically. Is that not right?
I don't know. I like that. Now, see, that's one thing about the meetup that you know it's like there was so many people there, and you know it having been the first time I'd been to something like that, you know, trying to talk to or you know hook up with whatever as many people
Yeah.
as I could, you know, it's like it I you know I didn't get to you know I didn't get to hang out or talk to people as long as I really wanted to, because I wanted to, hang out and talk with other people. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's that was the, the downside of it. But
Well, yeah. I mean, well, it was weird because I mean, it's strange saying that. Oh yeah, I rode the Matterhorn with Jeremy and Gary, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, like seriously, like you got to ride roller coasters with them?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it did. What's the big deal?"
here's what I'm wondering about this. What DBS is. I don't know what. And of course, after Polly goes away, but if Polly pops back on here, he's gonna have to translate for me. I don't know what this El Pachuco thing is. I don't know if that's good or bad or ugly. See what I did there?
It could be the good, it could be the bad, it could be the ugly. I don't know.
But
I am not from that region, so I would not know.
Well, until we get confirmation, I'm going to assume that El Pachuco is a, some like term of endearment or whatever. I'm gonna.
I would hope so.
I'm gonna say that it's positive until proven otherwise.
Hey Tim, thank you for having me on. I'm very grateful that you still hold the Jeremy thing
dude,
near and dear to your heart, and I hope
you came on, because it would have been if you guys hadn't come on, it would have been a very short stream.
It could have been, but you know what? We're here, so
yeah. I thought it was gonna miss out because I was working.
Yeah, I got a question for you since you're back on the camera here. Is this a good or bad El Pachuco?
That's great.
Oh, is it? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I mean El Pachuco is like, the baddest looking dude in the barrio. Like the sharpest dress.
He's like a Shaft or
no.
It's like
so a jefe of some sort, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, look up the movie Zoot Suit and check out Edward James Olmos and his outfit. That's the El Pachuco. It's like an archetype at this point, but it's basically the baddest vato loco from the 40s you could meet.
Did I miss the circle jerk? Is it over? Everyone was talking about meeting each other and how great it was, and hey, can I touch you? And you touch me here, and I thought there was gonna be some conversation at some point, but it looks like we moved on to Pachucos. They're my favorite kind of Mexican. Hey, Paulie. I don't think we've met. I'm Old Man Kai.
Hi, old man.
I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Take care.
Oh no, don't leave. Don't fucking leave.
Yeah, don't leave, Justin. We haven't hung out in weeks.
We haven't.
Ay Dios. What's up, Kai?
I'll stick around for a little
bit. Old
bit.
Man Kai, yes, please stick around.
Just been doing some work and loving Vegas. My girlfriend's gonna get here at some point. I thought I'd come by. But you guys were having such a thrilling conversation, I didn't know when to jump in.
It would have been
roller coasters were exciting.
Anytime.
They were.
Did you hold anyone's hand on the roller coaster, Justin?
Yes.
How did
I
that
did.
go?
Swimmingly. It went really well for like 2 minutes, and then the ride ended.
Oh, you only lasted 2 minutes, huh? Well, good for you. You got some action.
Oh man. All right, Kai.
Okay,
Well,
fine.
you
I'll be
know,
young again.
that
Heyo.
well, see, Kai, that 2 minutes gave
That
him
really I don't know
that,
what
that gave
Polly
him
thought of
28
that,
minutes of free time.
but that was
How you been,
interesting
Shell?
to say the least.
Oh, how is my favorite Mohawk?
I'm gonna be right back.
I'm good, man. I moved to Vegas. I got a girlfriend now. I launched a new website few days ago now. Been working out the kinks. But yeah, how you been, man? What's good?
You you live in Vegas now, and you're trying to work out the kinks.
No, I have
I thought
a
it would be the
website.
other way around. You moved to Vegas to work in the kinks.
I got
What?
me a girlfriend now. But yeah, I'm working out the bugs in that I had in my website when I launched it. So
Right on. What?
yeah, what's shaking, man? How you been? What have we missed in your life?
Nothing really. all I, pretty much all I do is go to work, come home. With the exception of managing to make it down to Orlando for about a week and a half. Back in October. But yeah, just go to work, come home, and buy buy overpriced groceries and overpriced gas, and yeah. That
Alrighty. No
that
new
that is
developments.
that is the thrill fest. That is the thrill fest. That is my life. But yeah, no, I'm just you know gearing up for you know for the Christmas, and like I was telling Justin and all, I'm like, I'm gonna be spending a little time with the younglings, and so that'll be cool. And oh, speaking of cool stuff, so like I was out and about yesterday and found this kind of like this collectible shop, I guess you could say. And he's got all kinds of little figurines and like vintage video games, stuff like that. So that's like my new favorite place. Um, I, uh, I went and went and found me some Hot Wheels and a couple of action figure thingies. Show.
Let's see it, partner.
We're gonna have some show and tell right now, folks. All right. Yay! I think the production value on this thing might be going up a little bit.
Let's see what you got, man.
So I got a this little band
Nice.
here,
What?
and that's like a everybody thing, I think. But I don't think the camera is not really gonna want to focus though. But And then,
I gotta get going, Tim. But
all right, man.
the one thing that I'll say is, hopefully you'll join us. Maybe we'll have it. Maybe we'll not on the Council of Jeremy's reunion. I really hope that all, it turns out great, and getting familiar faces as well as new faces, people. It's very easy. All you have to do is be a Jeremy, and that's it. And that's really all the requirements were. Is that not correct? Like if you had a Jeremy account, you could join the Council of Jeremys.
We even had some diversity in having some actual females, didn't we?
We did every now and then. It was great.
Like actual females, not like
yes.
Hey, I'm gonna say I'm a female, like
not like proper
like
Jenny.
Certain people.
Yeah, proper Jenny. Yeah, but it's possible. It's but the point is, I'm very happy to see people like yourself, based on like a joke, become something other than a Jeremy, because a Jeremy clone, and that warms my heart. That you're able to do something like this, and you're able to become your own person. I think you did it before I did, and a lot of people wanted to move on from that and become recognized as themselves, other than like a clone account, and that's kind of how I got started. And I'm very appreciative of all that, and hopefully I was able to do something for you.
Yeah, man. It's it was cool. It was, like you said, it was a fun time. Just to be a little goofy,
and who can't get goofy every now and then?
The whole it's just like, I don't know about you, but like me, it was fun, like kind of tuning into those live streams and stuff that he did, just to see what suggestions or whatever would pop up. It was like, oh, hey, that'd be a good Jeremy account or whatever, a good Jeremy name. So
yeah. I know, but I think that's going to be my last live stream of the year, and who knows what's going to happen after that. But in the meantime,
when's going to be your last one?
The Council of Jeremys, if it comes to fruition, if enough Jeremys are able to be like, okay, we'll do this, and I'll be cool with that. But and that's about it. It's a way to get the boys to back together. That's basically it. Anyways, take care, be well, guys. Have a great stream, and I'm glad Tim, that you were able to do something from more than just being a Jeremy account, and you were able to do something beyond that. And happy anniversary, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I went. And yep. And the one last thing I have to say is, my grandfather was in the Navy. The last thing he did, the last conversation I had with him before he died was giving me his Navy cap, and all hail the seaman.
Wow. He had to
That was great.
Wow. I think he got us all. It's like, my grandfather, Hail the seaman. Bye.
But well, on that note, I'm gonna show off, the rest of my little Ninja Turtle vehicles that I got, and then I gotta, it's like it almost feels like I need to be like playing lowrider while I'm showing some of these, because they look like they might be rolling through Cheech and Chong's neighborhood or something, but it might be able to see them a little bit better if they weren't in the plastic, but I'm not taking them out of the packaging.
Nice, man.
And this one's like a futuristic looking one.
Hmm.
But
I'm gonna take off, brother.
Right on.
All right.
Dinner's
Take
ready.
care, Paulie.
Dinner's ready.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by, sir. I really appreciate it. Like I said, if if the few of you guys hadn't shown up, it would have been an awfully short stream. But I was I'm thankful, as well for the people, in the chat who, gave me a couple few subjects to talk about as well. So I thank them as well. But yeah, if you gotta go, that's cool, and hopefully we'll be able to hang out on either yours or mine in the near future, because that's one of the things that I really liked, that I have really liked, was like back in the day, with the with the X-Files and all that stuff, that was good times. I really like that. But
I keep thinking like we only got through a couple seasons, right?
yeah,
I think we should do season 3.
yeah. And who can forget the Deadwood episodes?
Yeah, I think that really helped 32 Flavors kind of find his groove.
That, and all the all the people on the panel and in the chat, to be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna be like 34 seconds before the first C unit or
Right.
F-bomb or whatever.
Yeah.
But
All right, brother.
Take care, Paulie.
Love you, man. Take care of yourself, and good seeing you, or good hearing you for a second, Kai. And I'm happy you're happy in Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Oh, we'll be there in February. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
That's when you say, "Oh, cool, Kai."
Oh, wait, what? Yeah, I thought you were
No, I
telling
said-
Shellback you're gonna be a. So
I'm
come
going to be
again.
in Vegas in February.
I don't live in
Oh,
Vegas.
badass.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like taking notes right now. I had an idea. I was writing it down. I thought you were telling Shaw you're gonna be over in his head.
No.
Cool,
no,
man.
Vegas.
Well, you got my
Vegas.
number. I'm in like North Vegas, not too far from Fremont. Just a little up the freeway. So yeah, just hit me up when you're out here.
I'll hit you up before and we'll talk.
For sure.
Okay.
Sounds
bless,
good, man.
guys.
Take care. Real.
Thanks for being here,
Okay.
Paulie.
Give me a sec, Shellback. I'm just gonna finish writing this down.
So Kai, I like I was saying just a little bit ago, I found this new little store, right? And I was like, oh, cool. I'll go in here and see what's going on. They actually had some pretty cool stuff. And so I walk in, and I look off to the left, I figure, okay, I'll start with this wall and I'll go that way. And almost immediately, I spotted this guy.
Oh, nice.
And he's a freaking OG. He's got a like 1979 stamped on his underside here. So that's he came out. Well, I mean, he came out after the first one, which that's where we saw the dude back in the first Star Wars. But he came out a couple of years after it was in theaters, but he was still fresh on the minds, I'm sure. And the following year in 1980, and when Empire Strikes Back came out, but
oh, it's from way back then. Damn.
Yeah, he's got a
Nice.
1979 stamped on his belly. So, but and then after I saw him, and speaking of Empire Strikes Back, after I saw the dude back, I saw this guy. So
sweet.
Which I have I do believe I have a the parka, the winter parka, the Hoth version of Han Solo that I can put him in here. Although unlike the dewback, this guy does not have his saddle with him anymore. So I'll have to find one of those online, replacement parts websites or whatever, and get a saddle. But I've got and a while back I had picked up these two guys from somebody that I was tabletop gaming with, and this is Luke. Luke Skywalker in his X-wing suit, and then a sand person, right? That's what we called them. That's what we called them back in the day, before they got all technical on us and started calling them Tusken Raiders. But
yeah, the sand people. That's what he called them in the movie too, right? Like,
yeah,
they're just sand
yeah, the
sand people.
But so I'm like, cool, I saw these things, right? And I'm like, hey, cool, I can put these two action figures in them. Well, with this guy, having been on Tatooine, which these guys are like native to, right? I'm like, cool, I'll put the Tusken, on the dewback. Even though, I mean, as far as the movie goes, these guys, rode the banthas, but I didn't see any banthas at this place. So, but anyway, so I come home and I'm all excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put this guy on here, like he's right. And his damn feet, his pant legs or whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't articulate.
He's too buku, okay? He's too buku for the hole. So I can't have him riding the dewback. But funny enough, the Tauntaun, which was on the damn ice planet, has a little, which he
and he fits.
So I've got I've got the desert guy that fits in the freaking ice planet, creature, and then I just went, well, that just leaves old Luke here, for the dewback, which, I mean, it he didn't he
I
didn't
didn't
put
realize
on
that one
that
had a
extra.
hole. I just thought it didn't fit. Like it was a seat, but yeah, the feet are too big. That's funny.
He didn't he didn't fly an X-wing till he left Tatooine, but he was raised on that planet that the dewback was on, so I
Yeah.
guess that
Yeah, it seems like one of those things that if you're gonna have that kind of functionality, you'd standardize the size of the feet in the holes so that all the toys can just fit no matter what. You don't have to think about it.
yeah, I don't know, but well, no, but anyway, we got somebody else.
For a while, why are we watching you stick toys in holes? I mean,
Because it's sexy and we all want to see more of Shellback doing it.
Yeah,
Specifically.
don't be.
See, this isn't the kind of thing you get on OnlyFans. You only get it here.
Yeah. After all these years, it still works. Dun, 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 dun.
at least it's not limp. I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I either I didn't care or whatever, but I assumed they were decent enough prices. He charged me $20 for the dewback and $10 for the tauntaun. But there's one thing that I'm gonna have to go back for. But it's a little more pricey. But
so now you're going to get pricey toys to stick in the hole.
He did have a right. He did have a Rancor. So I got to go back for the Rancor one of these days, and he also had some cool Ninja Turtle stuff, and like some NECA figures and some of he had Donnie and Mikey, about what are they, like 2 foot probably, figures, and then he had some shorter, like 12 inches or whatever, and he also had one. It was like Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter, and it was like that one had like a Mikey, was the turtle, and then the Street Fighter was Chun-Li, and so I'm like, oh.
12 inches, always a good size, people.
Basically, he had too much good stuff for my wallet.
Sorry, I just came here to fuck with the stream for fun because it's a friend.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Why am I saying crap like that?
Give a break, man.
Yeah, what's up, there?
This guy says crap.
How y'all doing?
If it's not Scottish,
Great,
it's crap.
It's shite. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, man.
Good to see you streaming again, like on your own channel.
Yeah. I mean,
Nice.
it's been a couple few months, but yeah.
How's it going getting your sub count up?
Huh?
How's it going to get your sub count up?
How is it? Or
Yeah.
Nearly at 500, Chell.
or
You're
you
nearly
asking me
500.
how that's going? 'Cause
Yes.
I don't know. Which although I did notice that somebody on Twitter had apparently seen my advertisement because it did it showed them as a new subscriber to the channel, but as far as I know, I've only noticed that one, but yeah, I don't know. I like I was saying earlier, I I put out a few things, on Twitter, but like I didn't want to do too much because I have heard, other people, complaining about how other people seem to like just freaking,
Mass spam.
overdo it, yeah.
It's
And
a fine line between
so, yeah,
being
I
a
didn't want
squeaky
to be
wheel
that
enough to get
guy.
grease versus not advertising yourself enough. You have to push yourself out there, but at the same time, you don't want to tag the same people ad nauseum in every little post. You don't want to make people start dreading seeing your name either. So it's a balance between.
But and the thing is, like, I've been working on Wednesdays, so I don't know. I mean, I kind of do, but at the same time, I kind of don't know who does what on Wednesdays. So I just like I said, I did a little bit of advertising and a whole lot of hoping that somebody would actually come on and
Well, I'm sorry
Hey!
I'm late, mate.
Be nice, Parrot Head. That's my boy. Literally,
but
go see him all the time in person. Real life friend now. So
Wednesday night's a reasonable night to stream,
saying-
Shell, because there's not that much going on compared to some nights.
yeah, I didn't want to
Not-
name drop Parrot.
be nice.
But,
Be nice. And actually, I know people who are worse than him with the over promoting and over tagging too.
no, I love Chris to death. He's
He does get aggressive with his promoting. I'll admit that.
he's kind of a brother from another mother. With him having been a former Marine. So,
I
but
thought you were always a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
well, yeah, yeah.
I know, I'm just kidding.
That's the saying, but like you say former Marine, because like former active duty, like because they don't
Retired
like
from
it when
active
you say they don't like it when you say ex-Marine, so that it's that's
How about we call him ex-crayon eater? That work?
well, but yeah, no,
I don't think I wish I could be more aggressive in marketing. I'm not really that aggressive or that good at it, and I don't. Sometimes I don't really want to like have thousands of new. I wouldn't necessarily want thousands of new people appearing because they might take one look at me and go, "Nah, don't like this."
Might take one look at you and go, "What the fuck am I doing here?" I mean,
Exactly. Yeah,
since
yeah.
you're here,
You're right.
since you're here, Mister, I kind of have a little bit of a bone to pick with you, sir.
Well, it's been real. I'll see you all again soon.
no. Oh,
Oh, go on, get it over with.
Now, I don't know,
Was it something
like
I said?
I know people get busy and all this stuff, but I did send you something on Twitter a while back.
You did?
Yeah, and I don't know. I know how sometimes like people just don't see stuff, but I had like a kind of a show idea, and so I asked you a question because I thought it would be cool to stream about if you haven't done so already.
How far back was this? Was it a DM?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know we were chatting about Navy things.
But the thing is though, like I know that there was a like some people's things, on Twitter, some people's stuff doesn't come up on, like other people's does, mate,
Mate, I'm sorry, I don't If I missed
So
it, my
I'll get
apologies. Send it again.
right. But
I'll
I'll get things on my notifications from some people, but then other people it'll be like, oh hey, there's something from such and such, and like like so I have to
Twitter
click on it,
is
and
horrible.
it takes me to the other little list. Anyway,
Typically, if I get a DM, I would see it. So I don't know
Yeah.
why I
Twitter
wouldn't
is
respond.
horrible about notifications. I mean, my husband found out today in his notifications that he got a birthday wish at the end of last month from one of his favorite comedians.
well, it's like
It's like,
so
the
like
fucking hell.
I know that 70s and I follow each other, but a while
Creepy,
back,
isn't it? It's creepy.
A while back, you had sent me something, had sent me a
We have
DM,
been chatting on
But-
DMs.
but I had to, I had to click the, for lack of a better term, I had to click the OK button in order to read what you had sent me, and so I'm wondering if that's, got a little bit of
Someone's trying to keep
something
us
to do
apart.
with it. Anyway, long story
Well-
short, I in the recent past watched The Dirt on Netflix. And
Did I
for
watch
those
that
of you who don't know, The Dirt is the movie about Motley Crue.
Oh, you know what? I think I did see that. I'm sorry.
But
But, if it was a month ago, I was moving house. I was moving provinces, so I probably got a little bit busy.
but anyway,
You want to do a show
yeah,
with it?
I thought it would be cool whether it was on yours or mine, but probably yours, because that's like your thing. But
don't mind
anyway, whatever the case may be, I would love to do a stream sometime on that with you.
Okay, well, I'd be up for that, and we can do it any time in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'd be okay. Yeah. Whatever night. I mean, if Wednesday night suits you, that's always a good night because that's my
Well-
night off YouTube. This is my day off. I don't normally do any YouTube on Wednesdays.
Well, like I was saying earlier, Wednesday is normally a work night for me. Even when I switched crews, because when I started my job, I was actually working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, right? But then I got switched to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So still, Wednesday is like normally a work night for me. So my days off these days are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Well, I guess you could say Sunday as well, because I don't go into work until 7 p.m. at night, but at the same time, technically Sunday's like a work day too, but you got to sleep sometime. But
Well, I don't know, mate. I'm retired. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm now for a while. You never know. I might have to go back, but right now I'm trying to avoid having to
I
go
thought
back
you were
ever.
so are you like retired now? Because I know
I would love to
semi-retired.
be. I'd love to be retired, but I could see myself for some pocket money having to do a little bit of something next year, seasonal.
Right.
But I really don't intend to. I'll never. I know I'll never work permanently again for anyone else, full time permanent ever. That's never going to happen. If I do anything, it'll be short term gigs.
I wish I could say that. I'll probably be working until I'm freaking dead.
Yeah.
But
Well, you need a rich widow. You need a rich widow, Shell. Find a
Then
rich
you got
widow
my
and woo her.
situation, Shell, back where I work for an OCD slave driving bitch from fucking hell. The problem is I'm self-employed.
How many times a day do you sack yourself then?
Way too many.
You're
But the bitch
fired.
doesn't fucking stay away. I mean,
you're rehired.
what about your part-time job as a sandwich wench?
That I will never get fired from because I have a husband who likes that job.
Well, there you go. Looking after the husband is job number one then.
Yeah, that involves other jobs too. I'm just saying.
Say no more. But yeah, Shell, I'd love to stream about that with you, buddy. Absolutely.
Do you,
So,
now? Do you
you
still?
can be on your channel. I don't mind.
If there's anybody watching, for just on the off chance, that doesn't know who the 70s rock fan is, you're, for lack of a better term, your main deal is on Mondays, right?
Yeah, Monday, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, weekly is my main show. It's only talk and roll. I do a Saturday night show with Brahma Bull on hockey at 10 p.m. Mountain Time called Bourbon and Boarding. Because we sit and drink. We drink bourbon and whiskey and show clips of hockey. So that's my other main.
I was able to catch. I was able to catch a episode of that once.
Yeah, it's turning out really good. It's obviously started small, but we're building it up, and we've got an enthusiastic core chat already that take part. I think it's going to be pretty successful over time. You know.
Chris, are you in the group chat?
Look at this. Look at this. It's like.
Wait! It's before midnight. Not ego. No ego today.
It almost makes me think that he might be Beetlejuice or something, because it's like, if you say my name too much, I will appear.
What kind of algorithm is he got running?
Ego wanker, ego wanker, ego wanker, ego wanker. Oh, look, he's in chat. I mean.
Okay.
Anyway, the hockey show is good.
Real Review 3000. What's up, man?
I put the StreamYard link in several of the chat groups, which I am sure.
Yeah, it's in a few places.
I'm sure you're in at least one of them. So you're more than welcome to come on and shit talk me in person.
Please. I miss you, bro. I mean.
Oh, look at that.
That's my bourbon and boarding show. Saturday night, 10 p.m. Mountain Time. And it's a lot of fun. We keep YouTube that doesn't like us though, because it keeps suspending the stream. I think we're showing too much violence. Like it's a lot of hits and fights. And I think they're starting to get...
man. Okay. So I have to ask you, as the resident hardcore hockey fan of the stream here, what do you think about what do you think about the NHL's recent virtue signaling?
I think it sucks balls, and I'm very angry about it. And there's a line that if they just go any further, I might just be fuck this. I'm out. But
does that qualify as a pun, considering the subject matter?
Yeah,
fuck this shit. I'm out.
Somebody's sucking balls. Yeah, it's
Hey! Yeah. Don't say sucking anything like it's a negative. I'm just saying. Sucking makes the world go round. I mean,
they'd have to walk an extremely narrow tightrope here, because most of their audience is not going to be into that.
Yeah, it depends on who's doing the sucking. Depends on who's doing the sucking.
We just want hockey. We don't.
And that's what I was thinking too. It's like, them of all people or whatever, it's like, when you think hockey, you don't think of a certain demographic of people.
No, and they'll never be at hockey ever, those people.
But
They may try and tweet about it and virtue signal, but they're never going to come in and spend big bucks going to hockey or buying merch or whatever, or even go little bucks and support their local AAA junior team. They're never going to do that, these people. So fuck them. Stop trying to pander to them.
and that's the thing, though. It seems like, and it's, we've been dealing with this stuff for years now, but the fact that all these companies, corporations, whatever, are virtue signaling and pandering to, like, a percentage of a percentage of a percentage of the population.
Yeah.
And if we if we, the majority of fans and whatnot of all these different things, if we say something contrary, we're it's like we're the problem or whatever.
We're the problem. They keep telling us we're the problem, but there's a number. I mean, I could talk about this for quite a while. The hockey, first of all, the NHL is actually, believe it or not, headquartered in New York City. So it's got a certain group of New York City-based people that run it. So you know what they're going to be into.
Did the ego boot himself? I mean,
looks like.
I don't know.
And they need the money, so they're taking the ESG money. They're taking advertisers are telling them we're not going to advertise unless you say this or do that. And the NHL needs the money. They want that cash, so they'll fillet anybody for that money, literally. So, but by the same token, they're going to alienate 80% of their support.
Yeah.
Which is generally blue collar, working class. I don't want to get into ethnicity or anything because there is a wide. It's pretty diverse as it is in terms of audience and crowds, depending on what part of the country you're in. But they're going to alienate those people. They just want to go there, have a few beers, watch some guys chase a puck around a rink and hit each other. So
they just want to watch senseless fucking violence.
Exactly. Exactly.
I came in at the right time. I see senseless fucking violence. Let's start with that one.
Yeah.
Exactly. How's it going, man?
Hello. How's my good?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How is everyone doing? Shell, you limey Navy guy.
It's been a while, you jarhead.
You know what? It has, and I blame you though. It's always your fault. Listen, if we're late anywhere, it's your fault because we have to take rides from you. Hello? I said hello. Did you not hear me?
What are you
I'm just making faces at you and giving you shit. No, Chris knows. I'm making gestures at him, giving him shit. He knows me well enough by now. He knows when I'm fucking with him.
That's why I normally ignore her, but that's besides the point.
You do not. You love hanging out with me. Don't lie.
But no, you see, if we're late, it's your fault. We have to take rides from you. If we don't get support from the air, it's your fault because you're our air support mostly. If we don't get, it's always your fault. It's always the Navy's fault.
What we're learning is that Marines don't do jack shit for themselves.
No, we do everything that we're allowed to do within the confines of the restrictions that we do. I mean, listen, what convoluted it
They catch the bullets. Okay, that's what they do. They catch the bullets.
Not all of us.
I know. And I don't know. The back in my Navy days, one of the highlights was, when we would go to the boat, and because I wasn't always on a boat, people. For those who don't know, I was in aviation.
Sometimes
he wasn't always in a little thing surrounded by seamen. Just saying.
I was not. Yes, I was not a seaman. I was an airman. So when we
not really, you weren't in the Air Force like me. I mean, I was a real airman.
When my squadron would go to the boat, and we'd be on workups or a deployment or whatever. And we had the one Marine squadron, right? And one of the highlights of my days aboard the carrier would be telling one of the Marines that they weren't real Marines.
What have
And
we learned? That Navy and Marines are both
they-
bitches to each other.
it
Why
was
weren't
usually it was usually the younger guys, right? The noobs. It was usually the newer guys that we would give shit to, because they haven't been around long enough to like catch on. So they'd be like all huffy puffy and I went to the same basic training and blah blah blah. And it's like, and then you'd be sitting there, laughing at them, but then you'd look off into the distance, and you'd see the sergeant, or the staff sergeant or whatever back there laughing his ass off because he knew what was he knew what was up.
I always tell people, I give the perfect example. If you're in a bar and you have like 4 Navy guys, 4 Marines, 4 Army, 4 Air Force, and of course somewhere in the darkened corner with their we're better than everybody, it's the Coast Guard back there somewhere, but we don't give a shit. None of the 4 give a shit about that. No, but if you get four of each type and you put them all together, if the 4 Marines and the 4 Navy guys get in a fight, it's okay. It's just when the Air Force or the Army gets in the middle of that fight that the 4 becomes 8, because we all say, shut the fuck up, sit down, we'll kick their ass, and then we'll go back to kicking each other's ass again. It's like, no, you don't understand. It's like siblings. It's like brother, but hey, you're not as good as I am. No, you're not as good as I am. That's how it starts. It's always like
jizz bag to jizz bag.
And then God forbid, some belligerent civilian be talking shit, because then all of the military people would be like,
yeah, that's when it's like, what the fuck? Sit down. Come on, son. Sit down.
Blah 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 blah.
Anyways, I thought, because I heard that you were live and you haven't been live forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I thought I'd stop by and say hi.
It's been like, a couple few months, maybe.
I know.
It's been 4 years. I thought you said 4 years, Shell.
No, this is a 4-year anniversary.
Oh, I thought it was 4 years since you'd last streamed. I thought that can't be right. Pretty sure.
Maybe it was 4 years since he last got laid.
Oh. Yeah. Why is she doing that to you, man?
Is masturbation really count as getting laid, though, Eagle?
That doesn't work for a girl who doesn't touch herself and is married. Just saying. Nice try, though.
So you're not a divinal? Okay.
So you're saying then, Chris, that it's 4 years since Shell was in Manila and managed to pick up a hooker?
Yeah,
Which is a Navy thing, really. It's a Navy thing.
That's where you're wrong, or the unfortunate thing, or whatever. Because by the time I had enlisted, they had stopped going to places like the Philippines and Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
So,
too many diseases, exotic diseases.
Well, you might. They were still stopping over in some of them, right? But not like they weren't stationed. You were never stationed.
We never did. Okay. I went to.
Were you on the Atlantic or the Pacific side?
We went to like Malaysia and Singapore and Korea, Hong Kong, Japan.
It's pretty good.
But
pretty good.
Never, never went to the Philippines, like Pattaya Beach or Thailand.
Yeah. Well, I just thought I'd stop by and say hi, and good to see you on here again.
I see you do for his streams.
Yeah, but you normally are on during the day when I'm at work.
I was streaming quite a bit at night for a little while there. You never stopped by once.
Sometimes I was actually upstairs, minding my own business, working on work. drinking a beer, and somebody said I was mentioned. See, I hear all. Somebody says everything.
Yeah, and I actually defended you when he was making shots at you.
Well, I don't need
not
you
so
to
sure about
defend me. Yeah, I know. I don't need your help. It's only him. Nobody listens to him anyways.
No, it was Parrot Head in chat making the crack at your expense.
Oh, yeah. Parrot Head, he's just a jabbering bird. That's all. I mean, come on. He knows it. And he'll give me crap. Listen, Shell and him will give me crap about eating crayons all day long.
I was the one who made the crayon eating joke. Okay, that one was me.
Okay, well, that's fine. It's fine. They're nutritious. There's loads of... I'm sure there's something nutritious in them. I don't know. I mean, you wake up in the morning, they're sitting there on the table. It's like, crack. You're just like, okay, I guess I have to.
There's got to be some organic material in there.
Okay, I wouldn't think that way.
I live in Kansas City. I live in Kansas City. And Crayola is a part of Hallmark now, if I remember right. Hallmark Corporation. And Hallmark is situated here in Kansas City. They are headquartered here. They were started here. It's not my fault that I have an easily accessible, loads of stockpile of crayons here in the city. I mean, it's a perfect place to nest if you want to eat crayons all day and night. And they go pretty good with some of the beers that are made here, too. So, I mean, hey.
So you eat wax and drink swill and bullshit people. Okay, we got your day down.
Listen, the wax thing, though, it lines the insides, makes you impervious to all sorts of crap.
You're not impervious, sweetie.
No, I'm impervious. I'm impervious.
Mwah, bro.
Other than that, how is everybody else doing? I mean,
I tried to message you. I'm gonna be celebrating Sunday that I've got my 1,000.
Well, Sunday's the busy day.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be on for hours. So if you can swing in for a few minutes.
Send me the link.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get moving. I'm gonna get some food.
Have fun, Kai.
See you, Kai.
See y'all later.
He speaks.
Take it easy.
Thanks for coming by, Kai.
Hell yeah, Shell. Welcome back, man. I look forward to seeing you on streams and shit. All right, cheers, y'all.
You have to come by and play some Jackbox games or something on a Sunday with me. How's everything at the home front, though? The job and everything else. How's everything going there?
If you're talking to me, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Could be better, could be worse.
I gotcha.
But we were kind of talking about that a little bit ago. It's like there's still problems. Life can still be shit. But as Jay, aka Drunk 3PO, says, you should try and find at least 1 to 3 things to be thankful for anyway.
And I am so thankful that you consider me one of those 3 things. Thank you very much. You don't even have to tell me that.
The ego's back.
He considers you all 3 of them. He didn't.
No, I mean, on good days, yes. Sometimes, I have to call him up and remind him, hey, I just use me as 1 today.
And you're reminding me to enjoy the fact that I haven't had to go back with you soon.
You're coming back at the right time because here in just about a month or so we got the Mandalorian coming back. So the Mandalorian Roundtable will be back. Your little tail there isn't impressive, you know that, right?
Yeah, he's been sticking things in holes and playing with toys all day.
It's very disturbing.
After what you just said, that's what I'm giving you is a dewback's ass. Okay, there we go.
No, what you don't. I mean, but you're more than welcome to come on the Mandalorian Roundtable. You were there for the original.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
just say fuck that shit.
I'd have to get access to Disney Plus again.
Well, I can help with that.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Right.
Or,
I have no more fucks to give.
I'm kind of one of those people anymore. It's like, fuck,
Fucking Anthony.
I mean, they.
That's where I was just before I came here.
They give us, they give us a freaking a show about Obi-Wan Kenobi that's not about Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then they give us a show about a dude who, didn't, he basically was in a movie that replaced the story that was in one of the books. And in that movie that came before the series, he died, and so, but we have to see what he did before anyway. And then not only that, but his name is a combination of two conjunctions.
Andor?
Yeah.
Andor what?
Yeah, exactly.
They were probably saying, okay, his name is going to be Buttface or Shitstorm. Andor what?
Yeah.
Wait, no, Buttface and or Shitstorm. No. What was the part in between there? Andor? Oh, I like that.
I'll give him this much. Andor is better than what is it? Scissor Punch.
But, all right. Well, I'll let you stew on that. But Sunday night or Sunday afternoons, I do Jackbox games and stuff like that. Name that tune if you're ever inclined over on Honstar's channel.
Well, like I was telling these guys here, Sunday is a day where like I could either A, be sleeping or B, working. But so that would be like a maybe.
What about Thursdays?
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are my actual days off. So it would be.
That's the days he gets his entire blood transfusion done. He gets all his blood replaced.
It would be more of a possibility. It would be more of a possibility of me doing something on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. But
well, then I'm still doing the Rumble. If you're ever interested in coming back there and defending a former title that you used to hold, that's something up to you. But I have lots of things I can have you on. But let me know when you go live, and I will try to make it over here if I can. Yes, Rosetta. If you start letting me know when you're live, I will attempt to come on.
Well, the thing is that other than the Fridays, I don't know when I'm live until I can actually fucking stand up or sit up.
Well, that's fine. All you have to do is send a little message saying, hey, I am going live, and then send me the link. If you ever, that's sometimes what you got to do.
You just need to say his name. He'll hear it wherever he is, whatever he's doing.
So I just go on and go, egomaniac wanker, egomaniac wanker, egomaniac wanker.
No. You don't do that. You don't do that.
That sounds a bit too British.
You go.
I call everybody wanker.
Ego. Get it? Right.
Your ego can go fuck itself. It probably does.
It probably has.
I'm sitting there thinking his hands look awful red with the current camera, so I'm thinking, yeah. I mean,
no, it's
looks like he's been eating Cheetos.
No, actually.
Parrot head.
Oh, no, what the fuck did he say?
He says Chris uses a green screen so we can't see all the empty crayon boxes.
Now you just give me an idea to get a background of empty crayon boxes.
Oh, that would be good.
You need to like green screen in a complete background of crayon boxes. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Well, if you did happen to get an image of a bunch of empty crayon boxes, just to give it a little extra pizzazz, you should, get, whether it's actual crayons or like maybe, some of your ex's lipstick or something, and just kind of like, make some marks, like all around your mouth, like you've actually
That would be interesting.
I've got a picture of me eating crayons, or the crayons I've been eating. If you want to.
See here. Do that. We can come in here and add.
Shell's trying to figure out how to share my screen.
What? Oh,
I've got a picture of the crayons I've been eating.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. I can. Oh, wait, no. I can blow you up. I think maybe.
I've shared my screen.
What does that do? No, wait a minute. You did?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right. Like.
That's the crayons I've been eating.
Oh, yes. Those are some of the best kind, too. You've just
I can see why guys would think that
each one does have a different flavor, which is interesting. The color.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. There you go.
I mean,
remember the discussion, Chris. You are what you eat. Therefore, I'm a dick and you're a pussy.
I mean, all I can say is,
I hope that doesn't make Shell an ass. That doesn't make Shell an ass, does it?
You'd have to ask him. We try to stay out of that stuff with him. And, he is Navy.
I mean, it's Navy, so ass and semen are kind of the thing you're getting over there.
Well, I was going to say I'm not a Democrat, so.
Yes, but do you eat Democrats? I mean,
I do feel a bit sheepish, though.
Hey, wait, no. Do you know how the ranchers get the sheep pushed back? You put them on a cliff.
We'll see.
All right, guys.
I'm just eating these wonderful Hawkins cheese.
I always used to make the joke about using a goat instead of a sheep because goats come with their own built-in handles to hold on to.
Yeah, but that's what you get bighorn sheep and doll sheep for. I'm just saying.
That would be perverted and revolting.
Yeah.
A goat.
In other words, he's down for it. I mean.
Oh, yeah. Great thing.
All right, guys.
Sheep are great. You don't have to take them out to dinner afterwards and talk to them about their problems,
And I'm just sitting there thinking, I don't know if I want the pervert in position where it looks like he's sitting under my boobs.
Oh, this is even.
Oh, that's why I felt so good. I wondered what that lovely feeling was.
Oh, Lord.
I should be so lucky.
Yeah,
all right.
Here we go. This one's even better.
Excuse me.
You were wondering why the top of your head hadn't gotten cold yet, huh?
That's right. I was starting to get heat up a bit.
You're like, oh, that's what's. Oh, now I got it. Yeah.
It's called a boob hat, and it works really well when you got boobs. I still remember I'm sitting there having this whole streaming conversation, and there's all this stuff going on, and all of a sudden somebody types in my chat, "Sorry, did you say something? I can't hear you over your boobs." I wonder what ass did that.
He's not wrong though. I mean, let's face it, that's all we really care about.
And I was kind of in a really massive cleavage shirt that day with the kind of jack up bra, so they were like this,
Full display.
Yes, they're often on full display.
This one right here makes it look like I've been eating the crayons.
It does.
Well, what do you got?
And then what I need to do is I need to get that that edible paint and paint my teeth different color.
At the risk of offending the rainbow community, Parrothead says technically the core has more gays per capita. What do you got to say about that?
No. Listen, I worked on a submarine for part of that time. The other part of the time, I was literally like, I think I spent time actually with any group of corpsmen, like anything over like 4 or 5 people at a time, maybe 10% of the time I was in after boot camp, and a lot of that time was probably boot camp. Normally I was on different assignments where it was like with 4 or 5 people. Sometimes we were in a rotation, so we'd be someplace for a week or so, and then the next person would come in and we'd go. Just I don't know. I know that what Rosetta said is true. I am a pussy because I am what I eat. So that's all I can say.
And that makes me a dick, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Ah, damn.
I don't know. Like I said, we'll leave Shellback to determine whether or not he's an ass or not.
Wait a minute.
He's a sheep.
No.
I mean,
look, he's not the front end of an ass, and he's not the back end of an ass. In fact, he's no end of an ass.
Boy, okay, guys, I'm gonna run off. Shell.
What, already?
Yeah, I have to go upstairs. I got a real. It's funny. I got the job of my dreams now, but I actually work like nonstop because it's stuff that like while I was downstairs a lot working on stuff for my business. It's stuff like my business. So now I'm upstairs doing that. When I'm down here, I do that. It's like, I don't know. I
So
like it.
You're not doing what you were doing.
I am no longer in facilities. I am now the entertainment supervisor of my casino, and I run the room that we do concerts in. So I determine concerts.
So who do you book? What bands have you booked recently?
Right now I'm sticking with mostly tribute bands, but in March we have Logging Molly that are coming. I've had a Queen tribute band here. I've had a guy that plays burning pianos, so he does like the Jerry Lee Lewis thing. But he plays Liberace, he plays Elton John, Billy Joel, all that stuff. I've got a guy that goes by the name of Elton Dan. It's a pretty big thing over here. He does Elton John.
Yeah, I know he is. I actually live in Canada.
Yes, he literally do Elton John, though.
Tony Kishman, who played 6 years in Beatlemania on Broadway as Paul McCartney. He's coming. I booked him.
Great.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, I've been doing music stuff since I was like 14. So it's what when I took the job 4 years ago, they didn't have anything there. So I said, fuck it. I know how to do facility work because I believe in having a fallback profession. And between my father, the Marine Corps, and a lot of other stuff, I know a lot about mechanics and stuff like that. And I was like, I'll go get the job doing the facility stuff. And if anything ever opens up, well, love it or hate it, I love COVID. I love COVID because COVID made them get rid of everybody in that department, and now I'm everybody.
Opportunity knocked.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I stuck around.
This is in Missouri.
I stuck it out. Yes.
Yeah.
I work for Harris,
he lives
Kansas
about
City.
5 hours from me. That's part of why I say he's my real life friend, because I actually do go over and visit him a lot. We've taken him out for his birthday before.
Nice.
Yes. We went to Japanese Steakhouse 2 years ago.
How many times have I visited you? Yes, it was 2 years. About 2.5 years ago.
At least three. At least three.
There was the first time when the accident. There was the way back from the main trip.
That was the second time. Because the first time you came here, you and your husband were passing by. You guys took me out, and Sean came with us. We went to Japanese Steakhouse. The next time was the wreck, which was in winter.
No, the wreck was beginning of 2020 before my trip because it was part of when I was getting ready to do the big trip. And the way back was when all the COVID stuff hit. And that was when I was there the second time. And then we took you out for your birthday like a couple weeks right during all that as a third trip. Then we were there
maybe 4 or 5.
Then we were there for that anniversary for us. I've been there a couple times since then, and then those last zoo times, so like actually 7 or 8.
Maybe, I don't know. You're asking somebody to keep track. I contrary to popular belief, I sleep very rarely, but I do sleep. So when I sleep, it resets the ticker.
My short-term memory sucks, but when it starts getting past a few weeks, I start remembering everything.
No.
Oh, wait. Whoa. No.
What sucks is Becky Brown's take right here. I don't. I mean,
I'm down with it.
I
Maybe it's just
love
a bunch
you.
of
I love
semen.
you, Becky. I love you, Becky. But you're wrong. Okay, you're wrong.
This is again getting into that.
And
If
this
Army
is
goes
one of
against
the
the
things
Navy,
that me and this guy here can agree on
True.
because
True.
the Naval Academy not only has future naval officers,
Ooh.
but it also has future Marine Corps officers that go there. So,
Let's listen to the opinions of a bunch of seamen and cran eaters.
Yeah, future
You
felons.
should. Again, lots of nutrition and whatever they do. All right, I do have to run. Shell, it's good to see you. Let me know when you're live, and I'll jump on. Chris is getting old, so he's having boomer moments. Everybody says
He's not getting old. He is old.
Oh, fuck you.
No, thank
Jesus Christ. Yeah. My grandpa was in the Army. I'm still not going for the Army. I have a grandfather who was in the Navy, an uncle who was in the Navy. My dad was in the Navy. I was supposed to be in the Navy. I went to the Marine Corps. And then my grandfather on my mom's
Lucky
side
escape.
was
Thank
Army.
God for that. Eh? Lucky escape.
Well, you know what's funny is my grandfather was on 3 separate ships that sank.
No, you see, if I was on a ship and he'd been posted onto that ship, I would have said, I want out of here.
2 of those times, though, he saved over 50 people, 50 sailors, because 2 of those times it was during some sort of a skirmish or something, and munitions got stuck into the deck guns, and he pulled it out by his hands, got 3rd-degree burns on his hand 2 different times to do that. So
they were all sharing the same bunk, and he alerted them that the ship was sinking.
That brings up the funny thing that I was eating someplace one time, and we were talking about classic cars. My grandfather had a Woody, right? The car with the wood sides and all that.
Well, don't think we need to hear this.
But here's the funny thing: you bring that up, and he got in an accident and it totaled out the car. But I explained very quickly and summarized it very quickly in a way that was one of the most humorous lines I delivered. And I said, well, my grandfather had a Woody once, but he was rear-ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on that note,
oh, hello.
See you, Chris.
Take it easy, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for coming. But
I got
so,
dip too.
I'll have to
try
dip
to
in a
get
minute
some
as
stuff
well.
done.
Yeah. Nearly 9:30. I gotta go.
Sorry, Shell. Have a good night.
So, Shell, you'll be on your own.
Alrighty. Well,
you've been going for a while, haven't you? 2.5 hours nearly.
2.5 hours. Becky, I will accept your excuse. That for the reason for you rooting for the Army, or I'm
trying to figure out what that arena
but
is in the background.
I don't have to like it. Okay, so
what arena is that, Becky, behind you in the picture?
She's like a hardcore Cleveland Browns fan.
Ah, right, yeah. I've never been in that arena. I've been to Cleveland many times, but I've seen it many times. I've actually been to Cleveland multiple times. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And I got out alive. I made it out alive.
I didn't know people actually went to Cleveland, but
it's the weirdest thing. I went there multiple times.
Actually, that's
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was there. Rock and Roll, and I went to the baseball there a few times, and then it's Cedar Point. Is it along the road, or one of those theme parks? Yeah.
So before you bounce on me too, I have a question.
I'll stay as long as you want, but
I have a question. Why do you know why they decided to put the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland?
Well, I think it was partly to do with Alan Freed, who was one of the early DJs of rock and roll in America, and pushed, did a lot to popularize the music. And he operated out of a radio station in Cleveland, and it was extremely popular, and he became a very popular DJ. It may have been something to do with it. Like, it was this epicenter of early rock and roll radio, so it might have been something to do with that. That's all I can think of, because
you think though, with the way things are or were, whatever, you'd think it'd be like, New York or LA or
LA or even Memphis or somewhere like that had a big, heavy music, or Nashville had a heavy music scene.
Right. Yeah. But yeah,
I think it was Alan Freed, the DJ. He was a very popular DJ and became a big star himself. He pushed a lot of records really hard in the 50s and early 60s. So may have been to do with him. Plus, it's probably cheap. Cheap, lots of cheap land there. I mean, it's like all cities. It's got some pretty horrible parts of it, but there's a reasonably good downtown area. It's got the Browns there, and it's got the baseball, which I've been to a few times in Cleveland. It's okay. It's on the lake. It's not that bad a place. It's a bad rep, but yeah, I agree with Becky. It was in this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all that bullshit now. It's well past all that. They started putting people like Madonna in it and rap artists. It's not rock and roll, Jesus Christ.
Well, Becky's like, I kind of stopped paying attention since they started putting rap artists in the rock.
I agree with you, Becky, entirely. It just devalued the whole thing incredibly. It's not rock and roll.
I don't know though, because it seems like rappers are like the new rock star though.
Yeah, well, they're not rock and roll though, by any stretch of the imagination. They're not rock music. They're not rock and roll. So it's really, they should have called it the Popular Music Hall of Fame. No, I get it. They're descendants in lineage from early black artists like jazz, blues, soul, funk, all that mixed together, and they're one of the R&B. They're one of the descendants of that in this rap world. But I mean, and like Madonna is in there. Like, come on, Madonna.
Well, I don't know.
It's not rock and roll. There's not a rock and roll bone in her body.
Pop rock or whatever.
No, there's no rock. There's nothing rock about Madonna in the slightest. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
she knows more about cock than rock. Let's put it that way. But
no,
I don't know. I just devalued the whole thing. It's.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd even want her. I don't even know if I'd want her to know about that. And these days, have you seen her lately?
Oh God, I saw that picture of her recently. I didn't know it was her.
I mean, she reminds you of, for us nerdy types or whatever. She reminds you of like which
well, she looked like something out of Total Recall.
Which Star Trek movie was it that had the people that
right, like Star Trek 7 or 8? Star Trek 8, not Nemesis.
They had to pull their freaking faces back, because.
Oh God, Insurrection, Star Trek Insurrection. That was that one. Yeah, but yeah, she looked like something out of extras in the cantina in Star Wars, or in Total Recall in the poor bar area that they. They all had weird hair and funny faces. I thought, my God.
I mean, at the risk of somebody seeing this later on and calling me a racist like they do Ryan Kennel,
you can't be racist against Madonna.
She looked like she's had her face pulled back so far that like her eyes are she got slanted eyes now. Like she's. You know, like she's turning Japanese. I think she's turning Japanese.
Japanese, I really think so. Yeah, I'd hate to think what else she's had pulled up and tightened and stretched and elsewhere in the body. But
Like, seriously, the Madonna I remember from back in the day, like she doesn't even look anything like she used to.
I mean, the Desperately Seeking Susan era and Like a Virgin, she was kind of cute then, you know, and that was kind of a cute Madonna. She was okay then, and then she just became this thing, this superstar thing who absolutely buys her own bullshit. I mean, she eats and breathes her own bullshit.
I mean, even back in what 2016, 2017, when she made a comment about blowing up the White House or whatever, like she doesn't even look anything like she did just a few years ago.
No.
But
who knows? Maybe it isn't her. Maybe it's just a clone or an actor pretending to be her. Who knows?
I don't think it's Botox, RR.
It's botulism, maybe, not Botox.
I mean, it might be a little bit of Botox, but it ain't just Botox. I mean, Botox doesn't make, Botox doesn't do this. Like
it looks nothing like her. She doesn't look like herself in any way. It could be an entirely different person. I don't know. Anyway, I really have no time for her. I don't think she's a great musician or artist or any of those things. As I say, Like a Virgin was a reasonably fun pop album, but it's been downhill all the way since then.
Well,
what do I know? I mean, she's the billionaire, not me.
Right? Yeah. The last thing I remember hearing from her was that Ray of Light or whatever it is. Kind of like,
It's significant that her ex-husband
beat freaking song.
I think it's significant that her ex-husband Guy Ritchie doesn't. I don't think the kids they had. I think he's got custody of them. I don't think she sees a lot of them because he's not nuts like her. You must be a certain amount of nuts if he married her, but. I think the kids are with him. Their kids. I mean, they're older now.
I mean, like I knew about like the daughter, like Lourdes or whatever, but
I mean, I'm talking smack about these people. I don't know them. I mean, I don't know them, so I shouldn't be saying anything about them. It's nothing. What do I know? As I say, she's the one that's the multi-millionaire, not me. So she's got the last laugh.
But yet we should listen to them when they tell us what to think about.
Absolutely, Shell. They are our guiding lights. Yeah. I mean, there's all those high school dropout actors and musicians are the most intelligent and moral people on earth, and we should live our lives by their words.
That was a long time ago, though. RR.
I do prefer the Weird Al version, Like a Surgeon.
Yeah,
like a surgeon, I can hear your heartbeat for the very last time.
Speaking of Weird Al, you made me think of actually somebody who passed away recently, and Coolio.
Yeah.
Who did Gangster's Paradise, which Weird Al parodied with Amish Paradise.
That's my favorite Weird Al of all time. I still watch that video every so often just because it's so fucking good. She's milking. She's doing the milk churning.
All of Weird Al's stuff was good.
His YouTube channel is brilliant. I watch a lot of his stuff.
Well, the one that just popped into my head was, as far as like the video and stuff, and that was Fat.
Oh, because I'm fat.
You ain't fat. You ain't nothing. Ham on whole wheat. All right. Yeah.
It's living in the fridge. But I like the videos he does just playing the accordion, and he'll play all these rock classics on the accordion. He's so good at that. He's brilliant. He's a very unique guy, great guy. But the milk churning, she's giving it this. Yeah, Alice Cooper. So I did a show the other week about Bond themes, and Bond. Alice Cooper submitted a song for the Man with the Golden Gun movie, Roger Moore Bond movie. They didn't pick it, but it's on the Muscle of Love album. But it's way better than the song that they did use. That's my favorite Bond theme reject one is the Alice Cooper Man with the Golden Gun. Great song.
Okay, so since you brought up, and I love Alice Cooper because he's like actually one of the celebrities / musicians that actually has something,
he's pretty based
going on up here, like Ted Nugent. I love Uncle Ted.
The Motor City Madman.
But so yeah, Ted Nugent and Alice Cooper actually have a little bit of brains about them when it comes to stuff like politics and all that stuff. Yeah, it's
Alice is a good guy. I've seen Alice Cooper in concert a few times. He's always good.
You mentioned I almost lost my thought there, but so you said it was for one of the Roger Moore movies,
The Man with the Golden Gun. Yeah.
Yeah. And, even though, like, I mean, I grew up, seeing, like the Sean Connery movies, but I kind of refer to Roger Moore as like, the one I grew up with, because, that's, I was born in 1971. So, when I was growing up,
just a child.
When I was growing up, Roger Moore was James Bond.
Live and Let Die was 1972. Yeah, and he did it through till mid 80s, early 80s.
But when you talk about Roger Moore Bond movies and the soundtracks, or like in the would you say theme song? Would you call them
Bond themes. Bond always, generally speaking, had a theme song, and then there was a soundtrack as well, like a score. But there was always a theme song.
My favorite, I would have to say, my favorite Bond theme song during the Roger Moore era is, and it probably had a little bit to do with me having like a major crush on this lady. But For Your Eyes Only.
Oh, Sheena Easton. I was just listening to that today in the car. As I did a Bond theme song show.
And the movie was good too. I mean, that's one of my favorite Roger Moore Bond movies is For Your Eyes Only.
She's a good Scottish lass, Sheena Easton, She's from Glasgow. And then it was funny because she had all these pop hits in Britain, and then the next thing you know, she's on stage with Prince doing stuff. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good song, that. And that's actually a great movie. Yeah, that's one of the best Roger Moores, For Your Eyes Only. For Your Thighs Only.
Right.
Roger Moore. But I was a Sean man, you see. So I was born in 1963, so it was Sean Connery. Although the first Bond I saw in the cinema was Live and Let Die, Roger Moore, because I was too young to go to the cinema. Bond movies in the cinema before that. I did see them on television, and it was all the Sean Connerys. So,
another since I'm thinking of about Roger Moore, him in was it the second one? I can't remember. Was the Cannonball Run? Was it the first one?
He was in. I thought he was in the first one.
Yeah,
he might have been in the second one too, but I'm pretty sure he was in the first one.
but it
Pretty
it was
much playing
funny.
Bond.
It was funny because he was playing, like a Bond type guy,
Well, exactly. Yeah.
but yet he wasn't.
Yeah, he was in the first one. Yeah,
He,
because that was
he
1981.
wasn't playing himself. He was. His character actually had a different name or whatever, but
It was Seymour Gold.
Yeah, it was
something gold. Hang on, I've got it here. Seymour Gold. Father? No.
But it's
Gold something.
It was funny though, just because
Goldfarb. Seymour Goldfarb.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was it was more, actually, it was less of a Bond that he was playing, more like the Saint that he used to play in the TV in the 60s. He was more of a Saint-like figure in it. But
was he? I thought that was somebody else that.
No, in the 60s, Roger Moore was on television for years in the Saint.
Yeah, but was he the Saint or was somebody? Because I thought somebody else.
No, he was. Well, the Saint has been a character that's existed since the 1940s. So the movies, there was a series of movies in the 40s and 50s, mainly starring George Sanders. Then they made a version for TV in the 60s in Britain. It was Roger Moore played the Saint. And then in the late 70s, they revived it, and it was a guy called Ian Ogilvy played the Saint. But Roger Moore was very much associated with that character before he got the Bond gig.
It was probably that guy that I'm thinking of. Is the Ogilvy?
Yeah, the late 70s, Ian Ogilvy did the Return of the Saint or something. It was a TV series. Yeah. But Roger Moore, you can see them. They're all pretty much free on channels and various networks. I think the Saint is on Amazon or something.
Who was it? Was it Val Kilmer or somebody else that
he played it in the movie? Yeah. But I mean, they'd made movies in the 40s of the Saint. It's an old character. George Sanders was the original one.
I've heard some not so favorable things. Speaking of Val Kilmer, with in relation to the new Willow show.
Yeah, he wanted to be in it, or he was supposed to be in it, and they fucked him over basically.
Well, they just did the
somebody with vax status.
Well, they did the character freaking dirty. The whole.
My deadbeat dad. Yeah.
The old running freaking narrative that they've had for a while of. Stuff like being a deadbeat dad and all that.
Denigrate men, denigrate fathers, everything they can do to destroy male characters, particularly of certain ethnicities. And Mad Martigan was the heart of that movie originally. I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to give Disney any of my eyeballs, so they can go fuck themselves. They don't get my eyeballs anymore. Life's too short.
I can't, I can't really confirm. I can't really confirm it or anything, but it seems like I saw somebody mention something about Warwick Davis. Like they said that they saw something or heard something where Warwick Davis doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to do season 2 of Willow without Val. Like he wants them to bring Val in for season 2, or he really doesn't have any desire to do season 2.
Well, they've relegated his character to a supporting part in the movie as well. I mean, in the TV show. And promoting all these other characters that have nothing to do with the story originally, so it's. Yeah.
They're continuing. They're continuing with the making the title character a side character.
Yeah.
Thing as well.
That's right, Shell. They've gone for that trope, but it's Kathleen Kennedy wanted to destroy everything that George Lucas had done, and she's done it. So her job is done. She's taken every character and franchise that she was involved with.
not quite yet, because Indy 5 hasn't come out yet. So
yeah, I'm giving it a 1% chance of actually being anything remotely resembling real indie.
we gotta wait and see, exactly how L337 comes to save the day on Indy 5. So yeah.
It's just terrible. I mean, I'm hoping that in years from now that these movies will have been erased from history that they've made in the last few years, and then other better ones will be made that will reflect the true nature of the franchises and the characters in them. And these ones will be like boxed off in a box that says alternative universe that never happened, you know. But yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't. Why even make another? Even if they weren't gonna screw it up with the female replacing him and killing him off and wiping him from the timeline, Harrison Ford's just too old. I mean, it's not worth it.
And the thing is that he actually is going to be in something that I'm looking forward to seeing, and that is 1923.
Another
one of the
Yellowstone prequel.
Yellowstone franchise.
It's a pre-sequel.
But
it's a prequel to one and sequel to another.
But
I've kind of gone off Yellowstone because it just really started to repeat itself and get more ridiculous and more ridiculous. Yes, I enjoyed the Kevin Costner's daughter flashing her boobs off all over the place, but it's too much screeching, and it becomes, these shows start out great and then they become a parody of themselves eventually. I think it's teetering on the brink. And when they wrapped up the storyline of the kid that went to Texas last year, that was a beautiful storyline, and I really like what they did with his character. He came out a really good guy and a great cowboy and whatever. To me, that was almost fitting into the whole thing. I don't really want to see any more murder and blah blah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've really liked it. Even
not knocking it. And if you like it, you like it.
Yeah, but so I've seen seasons 1 through 4, and I got to watch the first episode of the current season 5. That's as so I'm by now I'm like 3 or 4 episodes behind, but because I'm and I mentioned earlier, because I don't have Paramount Network. I've got Paramount Plus, but I don't have the network. So like you have, if you want to watch it, if you want to watch Yellowstone online, you have to go to the Paramount Network website and watch it that way.
That's funny, because when I want to watch that stuff, I just seem to find my own way of finding them. But yes. Did you ever watch The Offer, the show The Offer, that was on Paramount Plus?
No, not yet.
About the making of The Godfather, the dramatization of it? That was good. That's the best thing Paramount have done in a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the list. I just haven't gotten around to it.
It's really good fun. Nice show. There's not a great deal on that I'm watching. I'm waiting on a few things, but a lot of the stuff I watch now is Korean or Japanese or Indian, and just.
Well, I don't know. Seems like I'm watching older stuff. Even the more recent stuff that I've watched is, it's still like a few years old or whatever. So
yeah.
But
I'm working my way through Archer again. I'm rewatching all the Archers because they're all on Netflix. So screw it, I'm going to start watching them again, and I'm really wetting myself laughing. I love that stuff.
Which I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people dropped Netflix. When the whole Cuties debacle was going on. Which it's funny because I I couldn't do that because I didn't have Netflix at the time. So I'm like, well, I don't have it anyway.
Couldn't
So
drop it. No,
I can't drop it in protest. But
yeah, I mean,
I picked it up though because I wanted to watch 1883.
Yeah, the
And
Yellowstone.
never mind. That's Paramount Plus. I wanted to watch Cobra Kai. So
right.
that's why I got a Netflix subscription, and was so I could watch Cobra Kai. But since Cobra Kai has been over and done with, there's all kinds of stuff on Netflix that's that does not piss you off like Cuties, so
there is a fairly good variety of good stuff on there, especially when you start diving into the Korean and Japanese stuff and whatever. There's a lot of stuff on it, and my wife watches a lot of stuff on it that I wouldn't watch as well, so she wants it.
Yeah.
But I watch shows on there like Manifest is on there, which I quite enjoy. I watched that Troll movie that's on there recently. It's had some good things in it. Yeah, there's always something. And then like old stuff like Archer, it's just all there, like great, I can watch them all.
Troll is on the list too.
It's quite funny. I mean, it's not the greatest movie you've ever seen, but it's fun, And I like that. I like a bit of fun sometimes. Like, what does it have to be heavy? No.
One of the things that I watch on there though is Knight Rider.
Oh yeah. The original Hasselhoff one.
Yeah.
I loved that show when it was first on, because I was about 12 or something. I thought it was hot shit. I loved it.
Right, yeah.
That theme music.
What was it, like 1982, 83?
Oh, I might have been a bit older then. Yeah. I thought it was in the 70s, but you're right. It was probably later. Yeah.
But so yeah, I would have been in the 10 to 13-year-old bracket, when Knight Rider came out. So yeah,
it was good shit though. It was good. Yeah, it was fun.
I was all about it. Like a talking car. Hell yeah! It can go 300 miles on a curvy road.
Yeah. And David Hasselhoff. He's so hunky.
Hasselhoff.
Yeah, we have to look for stuff that's worth watching. It's tough, but yeah, as I say, I watch a lot of Korean shows and movies, so there's an endless supply of those to go back through that I'd never seen before, and some of it's really good shit. So it hasn't got the wokeness that's infected Western stuff. Anyway, my friend, I do have to drop, I'm afraid. Kai has died. Well, I hope not. I hope that's not literally true.
I don't know.
I thought Kai. I thought talking.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shit.
I saw the words, but then wait a minute.
Cobra Kai has died.
Cobra icon there. But no, Cobra Kai never dies. Get it right. But, all right. Well, I've drugged this thing out almost 3 hours.
Yeah,
so.
Good job, mate. Good job. Do you want to make it to the 3-hour mark and then we'll quit?
It's like 2 minutes till 9 here, so that's fine. We can wrap it up.
Yeah.
But
good.
For those of you in the audience or if you perhaps might watch this on the replay, please, go, get on the YouTube search bar and search, the Latino slant. Kai makes fun stuff. Rosetta Allen, forgive me. not sure like what the title of her channel is, but I'm going to blame that on my sometimers. That's kind of like Alzheimer's, but not as bad. And the Real Review 3000, and
you could even subscribe to me on
that
70s Rock Fan.
Justin Proper. You can search him as well. And at the risk of me, I think that was everybody. But anyway, well, last but certainly not least, that 70s Rock Fan.
Yeah, I'm 2 subs from 680, so trying to get to 700 before the end of the year.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, well, having some fun. I'm having some fun. I'm making some good shows, some good videos. It's fun, and I'm actually trying to improve a number of things technically that I'm doing, so I'm working on that. I'm actually doing there's a great piece of software I'm going to start using with streaming called Melon. It's part of the Streamlabs OBS thing, and it's, to me, it looks better than StreamYard. If you've got Streamlabs OBS Ultra, which isn't that expensive, it's way cheaper than the Melon streaming software that comes with that is way cheaper than the StreamYard Pro levels. To me, they're very expensive. So you want 12 people on screen, 5 team members that can manage things behind, 1080p, all that stuff that you have to pay through the nose for in StreamYard. Melon has it at a much lower tier. And you can have different profiles for different shows. So you don't have to have a big long list of like video clips that are on one profile. You take the ones that are for a certain show, put them in that profile, and it keeps it all separate. So it's actually pretty good. Melon is what it's called. So.
Well, looks like you might have some investigating to do.
Notifications on YouTube or shit, yeah.
R says that he's subscribed to you, but he doesn't get your notifications.
Yeah, what can you do? It's YouTube. I'm a fairly, I do a lot of Midnight's Edge stuff. I'm on Midnight's Edge After Dark. I certainly do a lot of modding in the morning version of the show, and I've been on it occasionally. I don't get Midnight's Edge notifications. I remember. I never get the notifications. It doesn't even look like they're live when I go into my homepage in YouTube. And yet there they are streaming away. So that's YouTube.
Well, my thing is like, when you do get a notification and then it says, like so and so uploaded, 2 or 3 videos, but they're actually live, right? It doesn't say they're live. It says they uploaded some videos, and it's like, because, and that right there can, keep people from, tuning in because they're like, oh, it's just a video. I can watch
it anytime. Yeah.
Yeah.
I look down the left-hand side, and you look for that red, broadcasting thing for those that are live, and often people are live and they're not in that status, and that's after a refresh of the browser. So YouTube's a bit of a fuck up.
And
sometimes.
then, you mentioned that. Another pet peeve I have is when I'm, kind of like scrolling through, and it has that, little red live freaking sticker on it. But then you click on it, but they're no longer live.
They're done. They're finished. Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, do I really want to watch it now?
Too many things to watch. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know. I mean, for me anyway, sometimes it's like, sometimes I don't mind watching the replay, but sometimes I'd rather, actually watch it while it's live, and it's like. It seems like it's not, quite the same, but anyway.
Well, I'd like to say good night to RR and to Becky. Thanks for chatting away there. Thanks, guys. And hopefully see them again sometime.
We're like 40 seconds away from being a 3-hour shit fest. I mean stream. But
hey, let's face it. What else would we be doing?
Yeah.
I'm going to go play some Cyberpunk now.
I do. I am thankful that you and the others, showed up onto the panel, and
I enjoy hanging out with you, mate. It's good to hang out with you again.
Thank you to the people who tuned in, into the chat, the audience, whatever you want to say, and hopefully, well, I'm gonna try to get back into this thing a little bit. So, hopefully we'll see you sooner rather than later. And to kind of paraphrase or Andre, and with that, we will bid you adieu.
Adieu. Good night.